Blessings, you guys. Your girl coming back in with another one. We're gonna get right into it. Let's go. Let's get it. This one actually came up because I am exhausted. I'm exhausted for a couple of reasons, and it's not anything to do with a knock, but it made me come up with this topic. Okay. It's two reasons, because I had to sit down for a minute. I was just sitting over there on the bench, and I was going to talk about it one way, but I'm like, nah, because I had to think for a minute. And when I come in here, I like to make sure when I'm coming in, I'm thinking about what I'm saying. So it's two things: when you stay and when you leave after being with a narc, or being with a narc. It's two reasons why you stay or why you leave. And I would say that's going to lead to my next video, but it is that damn disrespect. That damn respect. But you be exhausted. And that be the reason why you leave or you stay. So let's go with why you stay: because you're exhausted. Okay. Depending on your age, I would say. Depending on your age. When you get to the point you just been with them so long, you're just exhausted. And you're just like, okay, this is good as it get. I'm too old to start over. I don't care anymore. I'll just appreciate the good times or the good moments or good minutes, because you're not going to get a good stretch amount of time. You're not going to get that. They're never going to give you that. But you're just exhausted. You're just exhausted. And they exhaust you on purpose. Let me get into that one. They exhaust you on purpose because they know when you're exhausted, and for the women that have babies, kids, we know what it is when you're exhausted. Every time the baby cry, we got to do something. We got to get up. We got to change diapers. That's how it is, like being with a narc. It's like you just made another baby, because every time they want to poo-poo on your parade or cry or act a food or tantrum, you have to deal with it, okay? You have to deal with it. And ain't nobody got time for that. I know I don't got time for that. No, I don't. And so they exhaust you on purpose, because when you're exhausted, meaning that you're tired or you're sleepy. You're just done. Imagine that with being sick. So you're not thinking. You're not thinking properly. You're not thinking at all. Or you just don't give a damn. You just don't give a damn, and you gonna need an amber lamb. You gonna need an amber lamb. Yeah, when you that exhausted, you gonna need an amber lamb. And they do this because they know that everything that they're doing to you, if you're exhausted, you're just not gonna make the proper decisions that you need to make for yourself. Now, the other reason when you're exhausted is why you leave. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of their ish. You're tired of their complaints. You're tired of their cheating, their lying, their snakish, their everything that they're doing. You're tired. You're very, very tired. And I'm not going to try to say this next sentence because it's going to get into my second video. But like I said, I came up with this one because I'm exhausted. So it feels good to get out here. The temperature is perfect. But that's what they do. When you're young and you're in relationships, you don't be thinking the way you're going to be thinking when you get older. When you're in a relationship, you're just, oh, he's cute or she's pretty or whatever. You're thinking it's just going to be fun. But when you get older and realize that people have their own personality and their own identity. Now, narcs don't have no identity because they're still yours. Another video. You're going to be having to deal with other people, other people's emotions, other people's problems, other people's this and that issues, whatever. And that's exhausting. And that's why we are where we are now today, where people are just like, I'd rather be solo dolo, because I don't have to deal with nothing but my own self. And sometimes dealing with your own self is terrible. I can't tell y'all, I'm going to say this and I'm going to end it so I can get to the next one. I can't tell y'all how many times I got on my own damn nerves. So imagine being on your own damn nerves and have to deal with somebody that's getting on your damn nerves, and now nerves are all over the damn place. I got on my own damn nerves because I was frustrated or I was stressed out or exhausted and was trying to figure out whatever it is I had to deal with. Life is exhausting, period. But to have something attached or someone attached to you that make it more exhausting makes life miserable. Life ain't about you know, being somebody's happiness. People think, oh, being married, that's all about your happiness. No. It's about it's about understanding. I can't say much about marriage because I've never been there, but I was close. Because the relationships give you a glimpse. I almost said hell in marriage. But it gives you a glimpse. And no other person can make you happy but yourself. And life have been putting out these perfect picture moments where, oh, if you got this, and if you got that, and you got a kid and a dog and a wife and a car and job, life is happy. Life is exhausting. Life is exhausting. And it's worse when you are dealing with an exhausting person. They exhaust you on purpose. Sleep deprive you on purpose. Make sure you always tired, always confused, always frustrated. That ain't nothing but the devil. That's what the devil do. And I remember being with most evil, I was always tired, always exhausted, always needing sleep, which was the same thing that demon told me about the other supply. Lazy, sleeping, never do nothing, until it was my turn to deal with it. That's why you should never worry about the next supply. The narc is just going to pick up on where they left off with you and just attach it to the next supply. So when you're thinking that they're happy or whatever, when they get to this point where they're exhausted, then they're going to realize where you were and what you've been through when you were with them. Even if they told you or not. Trying to make it to be something that it wasn't. Oh, she was lazy. Oh, he was lazy. And da 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 da. No. Make them explain that. Make that make sense to you. It's like when they're telling you about their last supply, they're always telling you the bad part. And you ask no question. You take it as, facts. You take it like solid. But you ask no questions. You might ask few questions, but it's not like, solid. But this is the reason why they tell you about the last supply. Because they want to make sure you keep your energy up so that they got way more time to exhaust you. So that they got the energy that they need. Because when they're exhausting you, they're taking your energy. So now they're alive. They're alive. They woken. They're ready to just get up there and stand on top of the world. They the big apple. You know what I mean? And then they're expecting you to be a part of that when you're drained. And then now they want to get mad and be like, it's you, it's your fault, it's your fault. When they done drained the hell out of you. But that's my video. That's my video. Because today was just one of them days that I was just like, I'm exhausted. Because I'm just tired. Got a lot to do. But I do what I gotta do. Because I'm not the one that like, less wait. Less wait. I'm not gonna wait. Not let's wait. I like to get it done and get it over with. That's why I'm exhausted. Because if I have an issue I have to deal with, ain't no less wait. Ain't no less wait. I'm just going to do what I got to do. So when you get to the point where you're exhausted with them, you just got to do what you got to do. That's my video.